So what I want to do in this video is to go over mutually exclusive events. Mutually exclusive events. So let's begin. So first, you need to know what these mutually exclusive events are. And the definition is pretty simple, and it's pretty logical also. Mutually exclusive events are events that cannot happen at the same time. So pause the video and think about some examples that cannot happen at the same time. Well, let's look at some examples. Let's say you have a coin and you want to toss it. If you think about it, you cannot toss heads and tails at the same time. And that's why tossing of a coin is a mutually exclusive event, because you cannot have heads and tails at the same time. Let's say you want to travel to Bangkok and you also want to travel to Chinatown. Well, these two are different locations and you cannot travel to both of them at the same time, right? So this is also going to be mutually exclusive event. So here is the formula that we will be using to make calculations on mutually exclusive events. So the formula is probability of A or B has to equal probability of A plus probability of B. Now remember that whenever you see or in between, or always means addition, okay? Or is always going to be addition. If you see and, then it's going to be multiplication. Okay, just keep that in mind. It's really important. So let's look at some examples. So pause the video and try to determine if any of these four examples are mutually exclusive. I hope that you have tried them out. So let's go over them. Turning left and turning right. This example is very similar to the example of coin toss, right? You cannot turn right and turn left at the same freaking time. So that's why this is going to be mutually exclusive event. So I'm just going to put a check if it is. Watching the TV while eating your dinner. You absolutely can, right? You can watch the TV and eat the dinner at the same time. So this will not be mutually exclusive. Pulling out a red ace and a red king. So from the deck of cards, you cannot pull out an ace and a king at the same time, even though they are both red. It just cannot happen because they are not the same freaking cards. So this is not going to be, this is going to be mutually exclusive. This is mutually exclusive. And let's look at number 4. A basket contains 4 apples, 6 oranges, and 7 mangoes. You randomly select a fruit, and it is either a mango or an apple. So you have this bucket, and you have some fruits in it, and you pull out a fruit, and it has to be a mango or an apple. Well, you cannot have a mango or an apple at the same time. You cannot pull out a mango or an apple at the same time. So this is also going to be a mutually exclusive event. Alright, so in the next video, I'm going to go over some practice problems on solving mutually exclusive events.